The numbers are the obvious evidence of violated trust.
The grand jury report on priest sexual abuse in Pennsylvania counts 301 alleged predator priests and more than 1,000 victims that are known. But those are not just numbers. They are people left to figure out whether or not they have faith in the future.
People here are hurt and they're disappointed and they have, lost some trust because of that, because they saw him as a very spiritual and very caring pastor.
Father Mark Nowak knows the damage caused by David Polson. It's the first time the new pastor at St. Anthony of Padua in Cambridge Springs is speaking publicly about that damage. Polson, the former pastor here, pleaded guilty to abusing one boy and trying to abuse another. In August, Father Nowak was asked to take over at St. Anthony. What is your reaction?
Initially?
Yes.
My reaction initially was, I'm fine where I am.
Nowak was at another church on what he thought was his last assignment before retirement. Bishop Persico gave him a couple of days to think about it.
In the whole discernment process, at least as it unfolded for me, the bishop's reasons for my coming here were much better than my reasons for staying where I was. And so, I said yes.
Not even for a minute did I consider that I would give up belonging to the church and being faithful to the church as a result of this.
Sean Flager is an active parishioner at St. Anthony, has been for 15 years, but she knows some have not come back after finding out about Polson.
Father Polson, I believe, gave us a challenge to be spiritually better on a daily basis, and then to kind of have that ripped out from underneath of us, that was difficult.
While the healing has just begun for the people at St. Anthony of Padua here in Cambridge Springs, a man who says he too was abused by David Polson during Polson's time in Bradford has been spending 37 years dealing with what happened to him.
Let's open up the doors and let us see what's really going on, and let's handle those people that have committed crimes and covered them up.
For Jim Van Sickle, the names made public and proposed compensation funds aren't enough. He's urging the church to back the expanded statute of limitations for older cases.
I think they need to follow through and let themselves be held accountable. And I know they realize that that's coming because they're offering compensation funds and programs to victims. My issue with that program would be that it doesn't expose the predator and it doesn't give us our day in court.
What people tell me is that it's unconstitutional. It goes against the Constitution for the opening the statute of limitation. So what happens? They fight that out in court. How long will that go on? We have victims who are in their 70s. When are they going to get justice?
The Erie Diocese continues to receive claims of abuse. That, of course, could mean new names on the list and new groups of Catholics like the parish at St. Anthony. In search of a healing that's not easy or even certain.
Trust, yes, I think that will be reestablished at some point. Months? No. Years? Maybe. In my lifetime? I hope.
For the complete interview with Father Mark Nowak, go to yourerie.com.